Can I help you?
What's going on here?
I don't know, he keeps looking at me.
I'm just getting in my watch minutes.
Your watch minutes.
Yeah. Most likely when we're finished here today, you're going to disappear. Or you're going to regenerate back into Chris. And kind of getting a bit tired of just sitting here watching people at the end of the episodes. So I thought if I get my watch minutes in now, then I don't have to do it later.
Okay. Earned.
I think that's probably enough.
Waxy.
With a hint of pistachio. Thank you for coming back and spending a bit of time with us again. We are Maybe Movies, where great movies come to be churned up in a mincer.
Mince.
If you insist.
How you doing? My name's Max.
I am Sam.
I'm fat. I mean, Shane.
That was last time. Anyway, yes. I think I've figured out how to get back out of delirium. I just keep winding up Shane to the point that and then I get...
Just punches you out of the delirium.
Yes, straight back into reality.
I could do that.
Yeah, let's not.
He will, you know.
I'm sure he will. I have no doubt about that. Let's just talk about some films
I'm
instead.
quite free and easy with my fisting. I mean, my fists.
See, it's not just me.
What am I supposed to do here, folks?
I'm going to get on talking to the people at home.
Okay.
So, before we look at Act 3 of I'm going to say the event, that was last time, of Black Horizon, we are going to do a quick shout out. And as we are a day or so away from Halloween, this one is from our old friends from Ian and Jen from HorrorBabble, who are a wonderful audio horror channel. If you are into your audio horror, then definitely do check them out. And the chances are you probably have already. They do a lot of classic stuff, but they also do their HorrorBabble original podcast as well, which for this spooky season, they've done a new story called Hammer and Nails, featuring Ian's own invention, a character called Peter Van Melsen, who's a psychic investigator. It's been on their podcast. They've been doing it weekly over the course of the month. There'll be links to where you can find that in the description below. But the omnibus edition of all 6 parts will be coming out on their YouTube channel on Halloween. And please do check it out, because it does feature, amongst the cast, the vocal talents of yours truly, which was just a wonderful honour to be asked to do. So thanks again, Ian and Jen, for the opportunity, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it when it comes out on Monday. Let's crack on, shall we?
Let's do, indeed.
Let's do.
Now, is the third act going to be as easy as the other two? That's the question.
We shall see. We'll have to see.
So we've lost...
we've lost Dr. McRae, haven't we?
the black hole.
Yes.
Somebody is going to start to suspect, I think, after
Let's
that.
be honest, I think they should have started suspecting him quite a while ago, you know.
Well, as we said, we kind of neatly put him out of the action by putting him out on the ship.
Yeah.
Repairing it. But, so, I think the first thing that's what we need to look at now is destroying the Palomino.
I suppose it has to be that. Which is kind of easy to set up, because the only person who's been out there repairing the Palomino has been Vincent.
But has he been repairing it?
Well, that's what I mean. He's had all the time in the world to sabotage, hasn't he?
Yeah, exactly. So he could be outside. The darkness taking over.
I've got it. So, everything that happened at the end of Act 2 happens. There's the bit where they're all back on board and they see the footage from the log.
Log! Boy, oh boy!
Yeah.
While they're all discussing it, Harry Booth goes, "Fuck this for a game of soldiers." He goes to try and leave.
Yeah.
Not knowing that Vincent has rigged the Palomino, that if anybody tries to leave, it will blow.
Oh.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's
I
a good
like
one.
that, yeah.
And, yep.
Yes, you can have a start. We're no level pegging.
We are. And a new record for me, certainly. I've never had 8 before.
Harry Booth freaks the fuck out and legs it for the Palomino.
Mm-hmm.
Runs like a gazelle on steroids.
I'm just trying to picture Ernest Borgnine running like a gazelle.
That's
So
wrong.
I'm kind of
Yes.
imagining that they're all standing there, like, discussing what they've seen,
Yeah.
and they
it's
haven't
like-
noticed that Harry's snipped out of the room.
Yeah.
So it's a few minutes later when somebody goes, "Where's Harry?"
So maybe Vincent has rigged it so when somebody goes onto the ship, it's triggered an alarm, which has also triggered a self-destruct.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gone on, not realising what has happened. Vincent is just floating, looking all black-eyed and mechanical.
Are we saying that he's still on the ship, or is he with the others in the command deck?
He's with the others in the command deck.
Cool.
Yeah, at this point
Yeah.
he would have done.
Yeah. So Harry has legged it. He's gone on the ship, triggered the alarm as he's turned on the boosters or whatever.
Sorry, I've just had a thought, and it's the one thing that we didn't really discuss because we just kind of took it for granted. It may be again something we drop back in one of the earlier acts because they don't know that the Event Horizon has a gravity drive. So we should just need to again just.
Well, no, that information would have been known.
Yeah, I would imagine it would have been known.
It's just what happened to the ship that wouldn't be known.
My understanding, I mean, even from the original Event Horizon, is that the general population did not know that the ship was equipped with a gravity drive.
This is a century later. It's ancient history.
Yeah.
That's fine. I was still working on the assumption that they don't know the kind of drive
No,
that the ship has, so they discover it when they come on board.
All the stupid experiments the government did in the 60s are now being revealed because they're ancient history and it doesn't matter anymore.
I was still working on the assumption that we'd said that all of that stuff was still under official secrets, essentially.
I think after a century, people would know that an experimental drive had been created, but there was a horrible accident and it was lost.
Yeah, it's because we need to have it, and again, it'll either be at the end of the last act or around about this time, this sudden understanding what I was saying back when we first did the first episode for this, that if they activate the gravity drive this close to a black hole, that it could suck an entire several light years of space, or possibly again it could set off a chain reaction and end the universe.
The only one who would know that would be Durant.
Okay.
If he got the information. He's the only one who's smart enough to understand what the implication is.
Yeah.
Which is why he's been getting the visions to stop him from putting two and two together.
Yeah, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like this is the moment for the Vincent reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yes.
I'm kind of imagining, like, everybody goes, where's Harry? The alarm goes off, and they're like, oh shit, and they start running down, like, the long neck of the ship, and then Vincent just gets in front of them and says, I'm sorry, I can't let you do that. This ship needs a crew.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch.
There's a line in the black hole, and I didn't get time to rewatch it to hear about it, but they're talking about a war or something, and he mentions about how many of his kind were destroyed. It's one of the. And there's always that kind of sense, as you do always get with robots, that they're machinery. Yeah. But you could just have him turn around and say, to the man or machine, all are equal in hell.
Oh.
I like that.
Which could be the tagline for the film.
That is a good tagline.
That is, I like that.
That is a good tagline. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would agree this is when Vincent finally shows his hand.
Yes.
The difference, obviously, here is though that these guys are armed. They carry weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. They do.
So Vincent's like, blah, 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 and they're just, oh, fuck off. I'm away.
But again, we can even do that because the ship won't let him die.
Yeah. So there'll be bits of Vincent floating around, all converging as one. They all come back together after he's been
Yeah.
destroyed.
Also, those robots are tough. I mean, even Bob took 5 or 6 hits before he went down.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he was pretty fucked up as it was.
So, yeah, he was already beaten up, and Vincent's
Yeah.
brand spanking new. So a bit of a laser fight then?
Mm-hmm.
Just to set
Yeah,
things
because
going?
that would be perfect.
Although they probably wouldn't, because they'd be worried about rupturing the hull. Plus, also that corridor is lined with explosives.
Yeah, but also you've got to bear in mind, you've got what's his face going on to the other ship.
Yeah.
Gone to break away from the ship, and that's when it all kicks off.
Kablooey.
And then they all fucking leg it for cover.
Mm-hmm.
And as they're legging it for cover, that's when you get the giant asteroid coming down the.
We're in that plot, so it's entirely possible that the meteor shower would get drawn in. We might want to save it right for the finale.
Yeah, but we want to have it so people are running away from it, or they're trying to escape from it.
That's what I'm saying. We should throw that in right at the end of this act. Once we know what the crew are doing and what their plan is for getting off the Event Horizon, we throw that in as an extra spanner in the works.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is one of those things that we could have thrown into an earlier act, that when they first access the computers, they get, like, all the information about it, like how the the main aisle is meant to be like explodable, so that the forecraft could be a life raft and things like that.
Yeah.
So they already have that information. It's how they decide to go about doing it, isn't it?
Yes. So we've still got most of the crew, haven't we? So we've still got Holland, we've still got Charlie, we've still got Durant. In fact, that's it.
I feel like the captain should be chased down towards the core by the meteor.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe a couple of minutes later, but have him running from trying to get to the core to get to Vincent at the end.
Are we doing the same kind of thing where they've had to use... Because I don't know if they'll have the same kind of oxygen creators. Because they've got the oxygen tubes is what they take out, don't they, to put into the other ship, which is what slows them down.
Oh, no, you're...
Well, no, we can do it another way. If we say that the Palomino has a way of self-generating oxygen, so they've filled up some of the oxygen tanks that fit into the event horizon from the Palomino.
Yeah.
So they would still need those to put into the command decks.
They'd still have to do that bit where they have to grab all the scrubbers and run to the far end with them.
Yeah. So what we've got Durant and Charlie will go and do that,
Yes.
while Holland tries to go and try and see what's happening with Vincent, because that will be the moment when they find out that he's activated the gravity drive.
Oh, right. Okay, so they're going in the opposite. So they'll be down towards the core getting the scrubbers.
Yeah.
And the captain will be heading up to the foredeck to find out where Vincent's gone. And that's when he's doing the thing about activating the drive.
Yes. So do we want to lose Durant here as well, where we get this bit where he thinks he sees his mother going, Alex!
Yeah,
Alex!
let's do it.
We can even do it the same way that he follows her up, like Peters does.
Yeah.
Follows her all the way up, follows him along, and then the last minute turns around and it's just him.
So I'm thinking very much Anthony Perkins in Psycho.
Yeah.
If we're going to do it, let's do it properly.
Yeah.
Let's do it properly. Yeah.
And then he falls down the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as he falls down, hits the stairs,
Yeah.
does a nice little pirouette,
Mm-hmm.
face plants, but as he face plants, he gets impaled on some metal spikes or something.
Oh, yes. We need a bit more gore in this movie.
Thank you, that's why I'm here.
I know, that's why we invited you.
Falls through, hits one of the magnetic things around the core, which flies him across, because all of those walls are spiked, aren't they?
Yes,
So
they are.
he's
Oh,
just-
yeah.
Yeah.
So as he pirouettes, and he goes upside down against the wall.
If we want to be really cheesy with it, he can get spiked upside down against the wall.
Yes.
Inverted crucifix.
Yeah, the cruciform. Yeah, that's a win. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good win.
So at the moment, it looks like the only person who's going to be getting out of this is Charlie, because he's the only one who's going to be in the life raft. Booth's dead. McRae's dead. We've just killed Durant. We're saying Holland's going to get trapped at the rear of the ship with Vincent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like we know, because we want to go for that original ending with him in the core with the bomb and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which again, so we get more of the visions of Charlie's brother-in-law and all of this kind of thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
If we allow the gravity drive to go off, then as I said, there's a potential here that it will destroy a massive section of space. So whether he's in the life raft or not isn't going to make any difference. Do we have to end this that they don't get to set off the gravity drive?
No, I think we need to let them set off the gravity drive, destroy both ships, and take out a big chunk of the galaxy as well.
I don't know. It's a Disney movie. It's Disney.
It's not Disney. We're not here for Disney. Come on.
Okay, I would...
Up yours, Disney!
Screw you!
I would like to then suggest an alternative ending. In that...
I've got an even better one. Why don't we just turn them all inside out like in the episode of The Simpsons?
I was going to suggest that he leaps in... Holland gets caught in the back like we said.
Yeah.
But because we lost the bit in, obviously from the original film where Weir takes one of the explosives and puts it on Lewis and Clark, he's got one of the explosives with him. So when he sets them off, it destroys everything.
Yeah.
So the gravity drive doesn't go off, but there isn't enough momentum in this situation to get the life bay out of range, so that goes through the black hole.
Still get the visuals of going through the black hole and the heaven and hell and all that
That
crap.
was trippy as shit.
Yeah. So Charlie's the only one who survives, but he only survives by going through the black hole.
I like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good
Which
one.
also takes him back to his own
Which
time and
also,
space.
We could even link it to the original film because they never
No,
explain.
it doesn't. The modern guy, he goes back in time. Shit.
God, so he ends up back there with.
He's going.
So he's got to relive it.
So I was going to say, we can link it to the original black hole, because they never explain, obviously that's supposed to be that angelic form going down like the heavenly corridor.
Yeah.
So is that the spirit of McRae, because she went into the black hole first?
I always wondered who it was meant to be.
Yeah.
Yes. It was the one bit that doesn't really make sense in that. Like, whose spirit is it meant to be? Because when you see the cell space, it's the crew and Reinhardt and Maximilian.
Yeah.
They're all from the ship in the hell space.
Yeah.
Who was it meant to be on the heavenly side?
Yeah, they never say, but...
Making it McRae would be a nice touch.
Yeah, it would actually.
So it'd be like she guides him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
That good?
Is it that good?
Is that good?
It's that good. Oh, I'll take that. I'll take that.
But again, as a post-credit scene, then, if you want, the front section of the Event Horizon appears
Oh, yes.
around Saturn with this swirling black hole in it, which would link him back into the other film,
Yes.
which we've never done before, I don't think.
Literally paired the films properly, like they are meant. You've
Yeah.
got to watch. What? Got to watch both.
But because obviously this one was made in 1982, you're going to have to wait till like
1996 or 97.
to get the other
97,
to get the other movie.
Yeah.
With a kick-ass Orbital soundtrack as well.
Yeah.
And we've also got to chuck in, oh my god, that's the funky shit by The Prodigy, as the credits roll.
I know that does not fit with the credits of that film.
It doesn't matter.
I know it's still a great track.
Yeah.
So we have a movie.
We have two
We
movies.
have two movies.
Fantastic.
Oh gosh! Oh, I'm in a difficult one.
Okay, well, so we're going to just take a couple of minutes. There will be just a period of quiet blackness for reflection.
Goth.
Okay, so let's go round by stars. Sam?
I have 6.
I have 8.
I have 8.
Ooh.
Okay. He goes first because he's got the less stars.
This is not a comment on the quality of the film that we've made, but I feel pretty damned equal about these movies. I feel like they're both equally good, and they both have the same number of flaws to them. But I think we just had a jolly good fucking time with the event hall. We had a lot of laughs.
Yeah, we did.
So I think my vote, yeah, it's going to have to be the event hall just because we had so much fun with it.
No.
This was fun too, by the way. Not saying this wasn't fun.
No discussion for me, it's Event Hall.
Event hall?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I have to agree, yes, we did have a lot of fun with it. I don't know, though, because I think there was a lot more cleverer ideas in this one.
There were some great ideas, but you got to think of the fun aspect we had as well.
That has become a factor of it.
Yeah.
That was something that we sort of discussed recently, because I'd never really considered it before. I just kind of looked at it in terms of the quality of what we created.
Yeah, I mean, because obviously you got to bear in mind, obviously, you're creating something different, something that's not really been done before. So you got to bear in mind the fun factor of it too, not the gore factor or anything like that. You can dismiss anything that I brought to the table because it was all just ideas in a discussion. So for me personally, I thought Event Hall, even though the title itself was just hilarity, I thought it had some great ideas. We also had plenty of laughs with it as well.
We did have plenty of laughs with it as well. And I still need to go back to the original concept of doing the voting in the first place, is that which of these two movies is the one that you would pay money to go and see at the cinema?
For me, it would be Event Hall.
I am torn, I must admit.
There's always one.
Well, no, I was torn as well. I mean, on that basis, I would pay to go see both movies.
Oh, yeah, I'd go and pay both movies, but which one would you go and see again?
Well, again, I think the event hall more fun.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to have to buck the trend and go with Black Horizon. Simply on the basis, as I said, I think we had a lot more intelligent ideas in this one.
Okay.
That work within the context of the film. And again, have nice parallels. You can marry up those parallels to these characters in their original film.
Yeah. I can see what you mean.
Crap.
There's a parallel to the characters.
Yes.
I see what you're saying.
And again, I just love this idea that the one person that you expect isn't going to be affected by it is the one who's affected the most.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice little touch.
Yeah. There we have it. So at the moment for ourselves, we have 2 votes for the event hall and 1 for Black Horizon. And now it's over to you guys to cast your votes again on our Twitter feed, on the Zadrum Twitter feed, or on the Maybe Movies Patreon page. And there will also be on the Zadrum Instagram story and on the Maybe Movies Facebook page as well, on their story. which will be running for the next 24 hours as well. And we will announce the winner for this month at the pitch meeting at the start of November. I suppose all we got to do is, until then, say take care of yourselves, and we will see you next month. And most importantly of all, Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween! And woo! TTFN, guys.
See you all later, or next year, probably, when I get dragged back in. Again.
Oh, damn.
What you got there?
It's green.
Very green.
How does it taste?
Green. With bits.
Is it?
With bits.
Ooh, ooh.
Tastes like purple.
Purple or people?
Ba 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 ba.